There's already a class action lawsuit, believe it or not, filed against the big-time cell phone companies. Here to discuss this issue is someone who knows a lot more about the legal side of it than the rest of us. Ed Herman from Brown & Crouppen. Ed, thanks for stopping by.
It's my pleasure. First, let me talk about the class action suit, which is not filed by our firm, but I think what happens when a story like this breaks and people hear that class action suit's been filed, their first thinking is, oh, the lawyers are jumping on some information so they can make a bunch of money.
Chasing money again.
And that's really not what the class action suit's about. What we do know so far is that recommendations have come out from the World Health Organization that have been backed up by the FCC and the FDA that say that at a minimum it will be safer to use your cell phone in a hands-free type of device or with a headset.
Okay.
The purpose of the class action is just to put pressure on the cell phone companies not to pay a whole bunch of money for people who have been damaged, because quite frankly, nobody really knows what the extent of that is yet. But what the class action suit is trying to do is make it a requirement that when you buy a cell phone, it comes with a headset. So this is really being motivated for a safety concern, for something that we know for a fact the companies can do right now to at least reduce whatever risk there is of a problem.
And could we be looking at future packaging changes too? I don't think the comparison to cigarettes is fair, but that's the one that comes to mind.
Here's the advantage, and this is why this is a much better situation than cigarettes. With cigarettes, they don't get redesigned every year for improvements.
No, that's true.
And with cigarettes, the thing that's causing the harm is the same reason why people are buying the cigarettes. So you can't just take out the nicotine and say it's safe, nobody will buy it. People don't buy a cell phone because they want the radiation. They buy a cell phone because they want to talk to their friends and use the device. So this is a tremendous advantage. In the cell phone industry also, it's so competitive that every year these things get redesigned to compete with each other. And I think what this is really going to do, it's going to force the cell phone manufacturers to sit down and say, you know what, you want a unique selling point for next year's model? Let's get a feature in there, maybe a thin sheet of lead, something in there that's going to afford greater protection. That's going to mean more to the consumer next year than maybe faster speed or more megapixels on your camera. So I think we're getting this information at a good time. I think we all need to take it seriously. But I'm not personally that panicked, because I do think the cell phone companies will redesign. It'll make it safer. I think people will start using headsets a little more. Most new cars are coming with Bluetooth technology as an option, at least.
That's out there now.
And that's important to use. But I don't think people should panic, because even according to the WHO, the World Health Organization, you may be seeing as much as a 40% risk of certain types of cancers, and that sounds huge. But if you do the math, if you had a 1 in 10,000 chance of getting a particular type of cancer, and now you have a 1.4% chance of getting that same type of cancer, 1.4 out, people out of 10,000. Yes, it's a 40% increase, but I don't think that's the kind of thing that's going to cause or should cause any kind of worldwide panic. That being said, if people are out there and they have been excessive cell phone users, and they do develop these certain types of tumors that people are writing about online, I think they owe it to themselves, obviously, to check it out with the doctors, but also do a little internet research and find the law firms that are handling those types of cases, because truthfully, that's going to be how we find out as a country how serious this problem really is going to be people pursuing it in the court systems. But overall, I'm certainly going to continue using my phone. I use hands-free in the car. I think most important, Matt, is that let's not take our eyes off the bigger risk when it comes to cell phones. By far, the biggest risk is being distracted while you drive.
Absolutely.
And not texting while you drive. Yeah. That is by far a much bigger health risk than anything the WHO is talking about.
The numbers speak for themselves. You're right about that.
Absolutely.
And teach your kids young and lead by example, because if they see you doing it in the car, they're going to think it's fair game.
Absolutely. Good point.
Great. Good tips, Ed. Thank you very much. Good conversation. We're going to have to keep talking about this probably for the next 20 years, so he'll be back. If you have a legal question for Brown & Crouppen, email us here at greatday@kmov.com. We'll make sure it gets over to the boys.